Deputy Cole.
We have a constitution. We have a constitution at Cancorla, and the constitution is that the appointment of members of the government has to be approved by the Dáil. Now, I want to ask the Taoiseach, is the Taoiseach going to come in here at some stage today and propose the appointment of new members of the government for the approval of the Dáil? Secondly, until that happens, can she tell us who's in charge of the Department of Justice this morning? To whom is the Garda Commissioner required to report now, this minute? Who's in charge of the Department of Defence this morning? To whom does the Chief of Staff report now? We heard that the Department of Foreign Affairs has been assigned to the Taoiseach. That deals with that. To whom do we address our concerns about what is happening in Dublin Airport, the cancellation of flights and the inconvenience that's happening for passengers? Who has responsibility for the Department of Transport and Health? Oh, Health, of course. Yes, Health. Who's in charge of the Department of Health? And is it true what we've been hearing, that the Minister for Enterprise and Employment is resigning? Because that's what we were all being tweeted with from government sources earlier this morning. The Cancorla happening here this morning is disrespectful of the people of this country. We heard on the news last night that the Minister for Health has resigned. We then heard that 3 other ministers, the Minister for Defence, the Minister for Justice and the Minister for Transport have resigned. There is speculation around that another minister is about to resign. Now, it has always been the case that when ministers of the government resign, that a statement is made to the Dáil by the Taoiseach informing the Dáil of the resignations of the ministers, or that he's informing the President to accept their resignations, and indicating whatever arrangements are being made for either the appointment of new ministers or the transfer of their functions. Now, here we are at Cancorla. We have a flu epidemic. We have people lying on trolleys in hospitals, and the Minister for Health has taken to the hills. We have flights being cancelled in Aer Lingus, and the Minister for Transport has resigned. We have problems of crime in many parts of the country, and the 2 ministers responsible for Justice and Defence are gone. We have had quite unprecedented commentary on this country by both President Sarkozy of France and yesterday the President of the European Commission, and the Minister for Foreign Affairs is gone. We hear from interviews being given by one of the retiring ministers that this was all being planned and talked about even before Christmas, that there is an orchestrated resignation of ministers going on. There's some kind of a political, cynical, grubby exercise in last-minute jobbery being hatched by this government, which we're not being told about, and we're not being told who has government responsibility for various issues. So I want to ask the Taoiseach first of all, can she tell us who has resigned or who's about to resign? I mean, can we get the full list of resignees be told to us? Can we be told to whom are the departments responsible to? If the Garda Commissioner or the Chief of Staff of the Army has a serious issue of security or of crime to deal with this morning, to whom do they report? There is a clear issue of reporting required in those cases. I'm sorry to.
We're going to call on the.
I'm sorry to keep you.
Respond to the points made.
I'm sorry. you know, I'm sorry if I'm keeping you from your coffee and bickies, but you know, there is, you know, these are serious matters which require to be addressed. This is no longer about. I mean, this has started out as a matter of survival of Brian Cowan and now survival of Fianna Fáil, and that's Fianna Fáil's business. But the problem here now is that it is seriously impacting on the way in which the country is not being run. Now, Deputy Kenny is right. We do need to be able to vote on this issue. The Labour Party has a motion of confidence in what is now a disintegrating and dysfunctional government before the House, and that can be taken today if the government is so minded. Alternatively, somebody on behalf of the government, presumably the Taoiseach, can come in here and tell us what is going to be done about what are now vacant ministerial portfolios. But we simply can't go on. I mean, this idea that the Taoiseach comes in here and says the order of ordinary business as usual is the Communications Regulation Bill in circumstances where the government is disintegrating. I mean, it's eccentric now. So let's have some real answers about what's going on.